Alright guys, here's the signal. Found a decent signal. It's a little bit iffy. Right now I'm on the Andy S program. Hitting some good numbers, but it's also kind of bouncing around, so could be trash, but we'll check it out with the Equinox and then we'll dig it up. Alright, I'm in part 2 on the Equinox. Kind of cuts out one way on the Equinox also, so you can hear a good tone in there. Yep, that would be it, a rusty nail. That's why it was only hitting decent from one direction. Doesn't look very good on the CTX. Sounded decent on the Equinox, but we'll dig it, but it looks like it's probably trash. CTX is saying trash. It was borderline diggable even on the Equinox. Numbers were bouncing around quite a bit. Well, there was a zinc penny in there. Not sure if there's anything else around there Yeah, zinc penny, and it's kind of chewed up and crusty, so I'm thinking that's why the CTX was giving it a bad signal. It was definitely iffy on the Equinox, but I would have dug it. That's why I pulled out the CTX to test it. So just a zinc penny, but Equinox, I'd probably give the nod to the Equinox on that target. Alright guys, got a decent signal here. Hitting 1245 sometimes. The only issue is the target trace is kind of showing a line, not really showing a real good coin size target. Probably would have made me stop with the CTX. I don't know that I would dig this with the way the target trace is and how inconsistent the signal is. I mean the numbers. Some good numbers here and there, but a little choppy, and the target trace is kind of sketchy, so we'll see what the Equinox says about it. It sounds really good with the Equinox. Numbers do bounce around a little bit, but we definitely dig that with the Equinox, so we'll see. It's not very deep either, so it's probably just Clad, but if it is, it's actually a coin. Oh, there we go. Oh, it is a dog tag. Not a real old one. Looks like 1999 dog tag. So that was why the target trace was, and the numbers were kind of all over on the CTX. So alright, see you at the next target. Alright guys, got another signal here. Pretty decent. 26, 27, 28. Good signal, 90 degrees. Well, let's check it out with the CTX. Sorry for the crappy camera work, guys. I forgot my chest strap today, so I had to wing it. Rock solid 1244 at 5 inches with a good target trace. So it's clearly a coin. And they both gave it a pretty good signal. It's a little more stable, obviously, with the CTX. dig it, see what we got. I would say pretty much 100% that's a coin, but you never know. Not super deep though, so. Oh, yep. It's Memorial Penny. 1978. Not real deep, probably about 4 inches, 5 inches with the grass or so. So the CTX was rock solid on that one. But the Equinox was pretty good too. The ID was a little high, but alright, see you at the next target. Alright, on this signal, guys, I'm just really curious. Doesn't really come up as anything great on the CTX. 1226, maybe a zinc penny, I don't know. But not a real great signal. But it sounded pretty decent. Just a solid signal on the Equinox, so I want to see what it is. It's a good chance it's just a zinc penny, some trash or something, but I'm just curious. Just 'cause it's it sounds pretty good on the Equinox, to be honest, but it is a little choppy. Not real deep either, so let's just see what it is. I'm not real sure on this one. Small, whatever it is. Okay, it's a button. That makes a little more sense. Not a real old one, I don't think, but that's what it was. It was a button. Alright, we got a decent signal here. It's only about 6 inches down. 1043, 1143 on the CTX. Pretty good from all angles. Right there. See what it sounds like on the Equinox. 25, 26. Pretty decent on here as well. Maybe not quite as clear. I'm in Park 2, by the way. Alright, let's see what we got. Looks like it's just a copper penny. Can't make out the date, but you can see the Lincoln Memorial. Alright, we got not a real deep signal here, but only 3 or 4 inches. Pretty solid 1243. 1143. Nice round target trace. We'll see what it sounds like on the Equinox, what it looks like. Decent high tone in there. Sounds like maybe there's some other junk around it. Kind of bouncing around tone wise and number wise. Well, let's see what we got. I would assume this is going to be a Clad dime, but possibly a copper penny, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not very deep, so. There it is. Yep, looks like a Clad dime. 1997. Alright. See you at the next target. Pretty good signal here. Not too far from where I just found a wheat penny, so. There's what it looks like on the Equinox. Now we'll see what it looks like on the CTX. getting a real good signal on the CTX. The target traces all over the place. Well, there's a good signal. I think I was off a bit. Yeah, that looks a lot better there. Alright, let's dig it, see what we got. Here it is. Looks like another wheat scent. Looks like a 53 wheat penny. Alright, well, that one looked pretty good on both detectors once I found the right spot. So that's the second wheat penny here today, so we'll see. Hopefully we can find some more. Alright guys, got a 1143, 4 inches down. Nice sounding target. Let's see what it sounds like on the Equinox. We're from 24 to 27. Reading a little bit deeper on this one, but let's dig it up, see what we got. Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks like it's just a Lincoln Memorial penny. 65. Alright guys, now I'm in my test garden here. Since I wasn't able to find any silver, unfortunately, in the last couple of hunts, while comparing the Equinox 800 and the CTX on live signals, I wanted to go over the ones in my test bed here so you can kind of see how some of those sound on between the two. So this first target, this is a 6-inch penny, Clad penny. I'm still in Park 2 on the Equinox. And I will say, I didn't bury them real deep in my yard because there's a lot of EMI and most detectors struggle to get much depth here. I couldn't even hit a lot of these with my AT Pro, so, and the stock coil, so they're not real deep, but they have been buried here for about 4 years now. So there's the Clad penny, 6 inches down, depth meters right on, 3 bars, which is 6 inches, 1819 for the VDI. Now let's grab the CTX. Not getting a whole lot on the CTX. It's like I said, stuff struggles in this yard. My E-Track had a hard time hitting these as well. So I get a little squeak here and there, a little something on the target trace, but probably nothing diggable. Alright. Let's go on to the next target. The next one I have buried is just a Clad nickel, and it's only 4 inches down. So the depth meter is not really reading correct on this one. So it's saying more like 8 inches. Pretty solid 12, 13. And they're both in auto ground tracking, so I don't need to ground balance them. I noise canceled them both once in my yard here already, so much better on the nickel. For some reason it also is showing 8 inches. $14.14. There we go. It's locked in on $14.14 and 4 inches down. So both pretty good on the nickel. Not too surprising considering it's only 4 inches down, but next we have a silver dime at 6 inches. This is just a Roosevelt dime. As you can see, it struggles a little bit. That's on 23, but with the EMI you can't really turn this sensitivity up too much more. Get the high tone in there. Where the VDI is a little bit jumpy. Just remember, this is fairly tough ground. We'll see, not real great on the 6-inch silver dime. Pretty good sound on the E-track. $10.44, $11.45. Numbers are pretty good. They're a little jumpy. Saying about 7 inches down, so that's about right. 11.45. Target trace struggles a little bit here too, because there is some other junk in here. So that's a 6-inch dime. Now this next target is a silver dollar, a Morgan silver dollar at 6 inches. Getting pretty good, 34, 39. 30, 32. Numbers are a little jumpy, but you can actually swing it faster and it gets cleaner. That shows the speed of the Equinox there. Pretty good numbers both ways. The depth meter is pegged on this one, but so the depth's a little bit off. That's the 8-inch Morgan dollar on the Equinox. Eight-inch Morgan dollar on the CTX. If you go to medium speed, it's pretty decent tone, not really getting much for numbers. But obviously, good signal from both directions. You know that's probably a coin, but numbers are a little jumpy. Good tone though. Alright. The next target is a silver, Washington silver quarter at 6 inches. See, the numbers are a little jumpy, a little scratchy. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a high tone in there. Pretty good there. 29, 30, 6 inches on the depth meter. Let's try it on the CTX. Nice and clear on the CTX on that quarter. Target trace is a little blotchy, but sound is right on. Pretty good on that quarter. Alright, and this next one's a Clad quarter at 5 inches. no problem there. Pretty good numbers, pretty good tone. Depth meter is a little bit off, but pretty good. Again, this is a Clad quarter at 5 inches. And these may have sank a little bit, you know, in the last 4 years with all the rain and stuff like that. You never know how much they settled, but great tone. 5 inches on the depth reading. Pretty solid numbers. Nice target trace, round target there. Pretty good, not too surprising on a 5-inch quarter. This last one's a little more of a challenge. It's a wheat penny, a Clad dime, and a nail all in the same hole at 4 inches. So you get a decent high tone there, but the numbers are a little low. Probably the nail bringing down the numbers. But it is a good high tone. Let's try the CTX on that one. Again, this is a wheat penny, a Clad dime, and a nail, all in the same hole, about 4 inches down. Pretty good tone. Numbers again, 1638, which is a little off for a dime or a penny, but with them all three being in the hole, it's kind of expected. You can see on the target trace that there's a couple different targets. Pretty decent numbers from the side. So there you go. So just a couple comments I wanted to share. You know, I'm not an expert obviously on either one of these detectors. I've only been using the Equinox since, for a few months now, and the CTX for a few months, although I had the E-Track before that, so I'm fairly versed on the FBS stuff. But as you can see, they both hit pretty good on the similar targets. You know, one may hit a little better on the other, on one target versus the other, and vice versa. The target trace is obviously a huge help on the CTX to help you see those round targets and multiple targets to avoid digging maybe quite as much trash. The Equinox is going to give you a good tone, on a lot of targets in trash, even though the numbers might not be right. So, for me, a lot of times I'm more likely to dig that just because of the tone, even though the numbers aren't right, whereas I might skip it on the CTX if everything doesn't look good, which makes me dig more trash in a lot of cases, but also, you get a few more silver coins that way. But, obviously the best detector is just the one that works best for you and in your current situation. Both these detectors have their strong points, and some are going to shine, one's going to shine in certain situations versus the other one. So both great detectors. Hopefully, some of these comparisons on targets helps you guys out, and I'll plan on doing some more comparisons in the future. But I wanted to get this one out there so you could just kind of see what I've seen so far, and I guess that's about it for now. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, guys.